Hey team, welcome to yet another episode. The 14th one? I mean, it'll be strange if I start losing track of the number of episodes. Anyway, welcome to another one of these. Over the weekend, I visited a new bakery. So it's actually not entirely new, it's the latest iteration of Mystic Burek called DOMA. Now, DOMA means house, or actually, sorry, home. It kind of originates from a few Slavic languages. The bakery itself really gives off that sense of home, that sense of nostalgia. I kind of felt like walking into your grandma's house, if your grandma is European and sort of near the Balkan territories. They kind of kept a lot of character. They also kept an old sign saying something like "Welcome to the greatest kebab company," something like that. Anyway, that sign belonged to the old business that used to be there, and it was a kebab shop. So they've kept that, like, this huge mirror with that signage on, which I thought was pretty cool. A lot of like kitsch elements inside, and you may recall that I have spoken about Mystic Burek before. So they did a collaboration with Cafe Mondo in Camberwell / Peckham. So they took over the Cafe Mondo for a night, basically. This was a few months back now. The stuff is delicious, and even in this takeover and this collaboration, so they were obviously using other premises, but they still had loads of different Balkan elements. So they had flags, they had the music like blaring, they had like old, maybe not even old, maybe current, but like sort of sodas and brands from those places on display. And yeah, you can tell they really pay attention to that kind of stuff. I realize that in all of that, I haven't even spoken about the food yet, but I will show you in detail, and I do review it in real time, basically, as a meeting. I'm happy for them that they had such a successful opening day. So this Saturday just gone, when I went for the first time, it was their opening day. So I knew that it was gonna be popular, that there was gonna be a queue. I waited for about an hour, which, to be honest, I'm no stranger to queuing. I'm really no stranger to queuing for bakeries. I do it all the time for one of my local places, Chatsworth Bakehouse. I don't know, I kind of commit, I guess. But yes, you'll see what I ordered and what I ate. So if you're in the Forest Hill / Sydenham area, I would recommend, if you have time to queue up, they are going to be doing ticketed events. So if you don't fancy a queue, then do that instead. I will say that prices do vary for that, obviously. So I paid £25 for 3 pieces of pastry. Now, I know that does sound like a lot. One of them was with meat, and that was £10. Then the other one was a veggie one. That was £8.50, I believe. And then the dessert, which I'll show you, I think was £6.50. If you think about the total, it does sound like a lot, but I don't know, I still love it there, so I probably would go again. The Supper Club tickets, I think the one that they most recently advertised is £100 a head. Now that is pricey, and the menu wasn't up yet. Thing is, I trust that it'll be amazing quality. Like, you won't walk out regretting it. I'm just telling you that on paper, it's a bit, it stings a little bit. Maybe try it out as a bakery on a Saturday first before you commit to Supper Club prices. But a lot of people have tried it, and it's a very loved establishment. So who am I to judge? And then on Sunday, went to Crystal Palace Market again to have my favorite Marta and the Muffins stuffed cookies. This time got lucky and got the pistachio stuffed cookie. In the past, it's been sold out because she's a popular lady and her cookies are insane. I will say that Marta, the business owner, she does bespoke cakes as well. Like, very cool bespoke cakes. Really intricate details and stuff. So it's not just the cookies, but I love the cookies. And I didn't just get the pistachio, I also got it was a seasonal one, pumpkin spiced, because I'm also a sucker for that kind of thing. Anyway, this week I am actually doing quite a lot, and believe it or not, there's a bit more of a plan, but you'll see it in the footage. I'm loving doing these. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, I'm loving it. Hope you enjoy.
That's so cool. Nino is like over 2
Shot Rakia.
Don't know how they do it, but this is the beef burek. It is delicious. It's kind of like a mix between lasagna and a burek. 10 out of 10. Apparently, you have to accompany it with this yogurt drink. Sour, soft yogurt with this beef burek. Insane combination. Right, and now we've got I think it was milk cheese and marinated peppers. I may have that wrong, but anyway, let's try it. How do they do it? How do they do it? Anyway, delicious. Look, it was an hour's queue, so it wasn't, and it was like kind of starting to rain. It's gotten cold, hence the horrible fleece number that I'm wearing. It wasn't like the most fun queuing experience, but honestly, I'm just telling you in case you want to go. And warning you that it's popular and that it might be busy. I have no regrets for waiting because this is delicious. Okay, last but certainly not least, there is the baklava bun with sour cherry, which I showed in one of the previous episodes, the one where it was like a collab between Mystic Burek and Cafe Mondo. I think this is a classic, like a mainstay in their menu. So yeah, I have had it before, but it is delicious, flaky, sticky, sour, sweet, all of the good stuff. Highly recommend. We've got
3 races where everything will flip or fall apart. Non-stop touch. Which may unlock some new growth for you.
today. What? And then, oh, that felt good.
Hey peeps. So just finished making these cookies, everything bagel seasoning cookies. I found the recipe online, thought I'd give it a go. It's been a grim day outside. I usually, when I'm working from home, go for several walks, including after work. Couldn't bring myself to do that today. So instead I baked these cookies. The full recipe will be on my shorts, but the verdict is I'm uncertain. I'm uncertain because I feel like I should have put more of the seasoning on and maybe inside of the cookie so it bakes inside of it rather than just on the top. Because you can taste the sugar more than you can taste the seasoning. And I was hoping it'd be more balanced. Anyway, that's my verdict. And just popping in to say hello, really. And it's midweek currently, so hope you're all doing okay. It feels like a long one already. If you can bake, if you want to bake, you know, do so. This autumnal rainy season is the perfect time to do that. It feels like a warm hug, and sometimes that's what you need.
Oh my god.
Spider webs.
Oh shit.
Cheese.
The chili.
Oh, chili. Sorry,
Oh,
give me 1
okay.
second.
Yeah, so
Hey team, as you know, I am one to commit. You've seen it earlier in the episode when I queued up for an hour for a new bakery. Well, the opening day of a new bakery. Then tonight, I ordered a curry, courtesy of Homie's Kitchen, who I believe they don't have their own premises, so they basically go around different premises and host nights there. Kind of like supper clubs again. But I've been following Homie's Kitchen for a while, and I thought I'd try it tonight. Now, they happen to be in a deli close to Addiscombe. Well, they are in Addiscombe. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't even know. I haven't been there very often. It's further away than I thought. From London Bridge, it took like an hour and a bit. Anyway, finally got there. This is not me complaining, by the way, because it was delicious. And sometimes I'm so glad that I put this effort in and commit to the extent that I do, because yeah, in the end, I'm trying out new foods that I love. So tonight I had their signature buttered chicken dish. Normally I wouldn't go for buttered chicken because it feels like a bit of a cop-out, but it's their signature dish. I figured I would go for it. It was delicious. So rich in flavor rather than like heavy rich. It didn't feel heavy at all. Then I got a side salad. Basically it had like, I think it's called puree. Like it's basically those flaky pockets of flavor that have potato in and puffed rice, pomegranate. It was a delicious side salad. But yeah, the main sort of star of the event was the buttered chicken curry. Loved the deli. You'll see some footage of that. Right, where was I before I was rudely interrupted? What happened there was my memory ran out. So it stopped filming. Halfway through what I was saying, I was still speaking, not realizing it wasn't recording anymore. One of those. If you know me as a person, you know that I struggle to get back on track and remember what I was saying last, let alone when it was the night before. So, yeah, sorry about that. I will just say that Homie's Kitchen was great. Really enjoyed my curry. It was super flavorsome. quite a generous portion. Well, I mean, it didn't look like much initially when I unpacked everything, but then I felt, full and happy after the curry. And I just got such a good impression from the deli. It had such great products, a lot of products of which I've been trying to get my hands on for a while. It was full of great cookbooks, including one for DOMA, so a bit of a full circle thing there. There was a new Bubala cookbook, obviously London-centric again. I really liked it there. Bit of a random area in that I wouldn't frequent there, but I wouldn't necessarily go there often, but really, really enjoyed the deli and had a great chat to the owner. Apparently they do these curry nights. They try to do them once a week, generally on Thursdays. And then they do other events as well, including pizza nights on Sundays. She said that they get this brand called End of the World, which I hadn't heard of before. She did say that, yard sale is great, but End of the World is sort of quite unique. So that is a challenge for me to try End of the World because I love yard sale so much. The other thing is, I'm well aware that I mainly cover London businesses, and especially, I'm trying to sort of showcase a lot of local businesses to me as well. So even more hyper local than London. I will occasionally venture out. In fact, I am this weekend as well. So I'm going to Bristol tomorrow, which is a Saturday, and then on Sunday, I'll be leaving from Bath. So I captured Bath before, but I'll try and capture a bit of Bristol as well. And hopefully I'll have more opportunities to travel around more and, capture other locations and other local businesses and eateries without breaking the bank, because this is not a cheap hobby. But anyway, this is really me signing off. Thanks again for joining, and I'll leave it open-ended and let you know more next time. Thanks for joining, guys.